Once upon a time, there was a young man named Alex who loved to explore the ocean. He dreamed one day of finding the lost city of Atlantis. One day, Alex was exploring a shipwreck when he found a strange map. The map was old and faded, but Alex could make out a drawing of an island in the middle of the ocean. He believed that the map was a clue to the location of Atlantis. Alex gathered a crew of explorers and set sail for the island on his ship, the Nautilus. The voyage was long and dangerous, but Alex and his crew were determined to find Atlantis. After many weeks at sea, Alex and his crew finally arrived at the island. They landed on the beach and began to explore. The island was beautiful, with lush forests and crystal clear waters. Alex and his crew soon discovered that the island was not deserted. It was home to a race of people who had lived there for centuries. The people of Atlantis were friendly and welcoming. They invited Alex and his crew to stay with them and learn about their culture. Alex and his crew spent many weeks on Atlantis. They learned about the island's history and technology. They also learned about the Atlanteans' deep respect for nature. One day, Alex and his crew decided it was time to return home. The Atlanteans were sad to see them go, but they gave them a gift. A crystal that would help them find their way back to Atlantis whenever they wanted. Alex and his crew returned to their ship and set sail for home. They arrived safely after many weeks at sea. Alex shared the news of his discovery with the world. At first, people didn't believe him, but Alex eventually convinced them that Atlantis was real. Alex returned to Atlantis many times over the years. He learned more about the Atlanteans and their culture. He also helped to spread the Atlanteans' message of respect for nature. One day, Alex decided to share the crystal with the world. He believed that everyone should have the opportunity to visit Atlantis and learn from its people. Alex gave the crystal to a museum, and it is now on display for everyone to see. Thanks to Alex, people can now visit Atlantis whenever they want. Epilogue. Many years later, Alex was an old man. He was sitting on a bench in the park, watching the children play. A young girl walked up to Alex and asked him if he was the explorer who had found Atlantis. Alex smiled and said yes. The girl sat down next to Alex and asked him to tell her stories about Atlantis. Alex told her stories about the Atlanteans' wisdom and their respect for nature. The girl listened intently to Alex's stories. When he was finished, she thanked him and said that she would never forget them. Alex smiled and said, "I'm glad. The Atlanteans had a lot to teach the world. I hope that their message will continue to be passed on for generations to come." The girl stood up and said, "I promise to tell your stories to everyone I know." Alex smiled and waved goodbye to the girl.